name is Michelle, and today we are going to read Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. There's Max. And another. There he is, chasing his puppy dog through the house. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. There's Max in his room. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Can you see the forest growing in Max's room? And grew. Look at the forest growing. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Look at that. And there's the moon up in the sky. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. There's Max's boat, and there's his name. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. Oh, there is a wild thing. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Can you see their terrible claws? Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. Oh, there's Max and all his wild things. And made him king of all the wild things. There's his crown there. Can you see that? "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Look at that, Max is making noise. Woo, goes Max. And they're hanging from the trees and swinging with the wild things. And growling and walking and stomping with the wild things. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. There's Max is feeling a bit lonely. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. Ooh. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." And the wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws, but Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. There he is, back in his boat, and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. There he is, sailing on the ocean, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. There it is, right there on his table. And there's Max, smiling. And it was still hot. And that is the end of the story called Where the Wild Things Are by Morris Sendak. Bye-bye.